Welcome back, chaps. Today's video is all about reviewing this, the Nightcat Ultralight backpacking tent, one man. It's stated to be 950 grams, I've weighed it myself, and it's coming at 928 grams. So yeah, it's pretty light. The pack size is small, and it goes smaller. The pegs are inside of it. I've never had it out its bag yet to put it up. All I've done is attach the guy lines which are inside of it. It's a trekking pole tent, hence the size. The quality of the bag itself seems really good. You can see where the lightweight comes from, just within the outer bag. Comes in a stuff sack. So we'll get it out, get it up, see what it's like. Pros and cons. We'll go from there. These are the pegs it comes with. Not really big. They are really lightweight, which will be wired. Is a lightweight tent, things like this. Shortening 10 pegs, making them lighter. I'm not really a fan of them. I like them with the extra lug on the top, just to have that extra hold in windier conditions on your guy lines. But not a bad little peg. It also comes with a patch in, which I'll say 2 patches in case you rip your tent. You literally just iron them on to 120 degrees, and that'll fix it. Would be better if they were green. So let's get it pegged out and see what it's like. You do have to do the inner first, which are these yellow ones. The final one for the base at the rear, so it's one each corner, one at the rear. Now we have to attach these for the fly sheet. So I'm going to knock a bit slack on them. They literally go over the top of the pegs, like so. Now everything's pinned down, so it's the 4 corners and the rear. And then the fly sheet's been put on top. Now time for the trekking pole. What I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust this to the height of what I use it at. I want to see if I can put it in, use it at that height. As if you're in them conditions where you need your tent up quickly, it will be better if you could just get on with it and get it done rather than set the heights. So let's see if this works. After we'll put this in, we'll then tension the outer fly sheet, get it nice and taut, and then add the guy lines. As you can see, at 120 centimeters, that won't work. So I'm just going to adjust it to get a little bit taut. Now I need to attach the doors. Has got a bulls ram hook on it, so I'll be attaching it to both the doors now. First of all, get them closed. And then peg in between both of them to get it nice and taut. So far it's not looking too bad, really simple to put up. As you've just seen, I have had to adjust my hiking pole down a little bit, as it wouldn't work at 120 centimeters, which I have it set at for when I go hiking. That took 2 minutes, so I've got quick release clips. I'm guessing you can adjust it down further to get rid of the gap that I have got between here, which is for a lot of air circulation, which is good, and you've got a vent on the top, so it will be great in the summer for that. So I'm going to peg out all the guy ropes now, get it nice and taut, and see what it's looking like then. So that's the tension on all the guy lines now. Seems to be nice and taut everywhere. Really easy to set up. The only thing I disliked about pegging it out was the pegs. I'm not really a fan of them. They've got nothing to anchor into on the peg, but they've been straight. If you're putting it on an angle and you are putting tension on, it will pull against the peg, it will straighten the peg back up. So if it's a windy condition, I think it'll blow off it. Like I say, I'm a fan of Terra Nova pegs. I like them just for having a lip on the top. It's got that extra bit of hold. The ground is very wet, but as you can see, when I put tension up, it does come up, it does click into the rear little indent that's on it. But if that wasn't there, it would have came off. Maybe slide it down, but as you can see, it wants to pull itself back up. The thing I like about the guy lines, very thin and lightweight. They glow in the dark, really handy. Every guy line point, as you can see, has got that round strengthened point behind it. Does feel very secure and solid at them points. Same on the bottom, where you peg them up. Very solid, very secure. And they are also for the inner. It's got a ram's horn door, sort of locking, holding, tension mechanism on it. Door wise, it does seem very strong with the material. It's got some very strong Velcro on there, very strong. For the zip, I like zips that don't catch. Top of the bottom, great, doesn't snag, nice and smooth. So it's got a good door flap on it too. So inside, what's it like? It does have a reinforced bit at the top of here to take the top of the pole. I've just changed the bottom over, as I'll show you in a second. It comes with a little metal eyelet. So I've put the titanium tip out the tracking pole into there. It should work. It might not penetrate the ground as much, but if not, I can always use a loop that's there. Zip wise, not bad. So as you can see, that's what I've done. I've put it into there rather than in here. It hasn't got any hole in the ground, to be honest with you, when you're pulling it about, so it would be better off in here. The good thing about this is that that is a door as well as this, but you do only have one internal door. So what's it like inside? Bathtub design, strengthening points in each corner for the guy lines. Little pocket there on that side, and that's it. Probably enough to get your phone in, maybe it's a power bank. Not really too much, but it is, after all, a one-man ultralight tent. It does have two doors, one there and one there. The only problem I found is you can't open both of them together, is when you take the ram's head off the bottom of there, you then take the tension away from the full front end of the tent, as it runs right down to here, round the peg and up to there. So you'd have to do a little bit of a mod on that. Might be a little bit of a mess on, but to me you can't have them two open at once. So you would just decide whether you wanted left or right. More than likely you would have the right in the summer and the left in the winter. Another great point is the hook for hanging your lantern and other things. Handy having it. I'm 6'2". I've got my feet down there at the bottom, up to my head here. Got plenty of room behind me, plenty of room here down the side for having your bag in or the rest of your kit. There's a lot of room, I think, for a one man. The vestibule is absolutely massive too, so you've got a lot of room in there for your kit, your boots, depending on weather condition. So what's it like to sit up in? I'm 6'2". Probably 6 inches above my head in it, in the centre. You can't really sit up in the sides, but it is long enough for us. The inside seems to be nice and tight. Another thing is the zip, you only get one zip. I like a top and a bottom zip, as you can just crack it open for that extra bit of ventilation, or when you're cooking in it, you only get the one in here. It does work really good, but that's just what I prefer. Overall, I am impressed with the tent. A lot of people have been complaining about the Nightcat logo being big, but on this one it seems very small. That's my hand for comparison. It's nice how they've done it on this one. I've seen a lot of them are big, but yeah, I like it. I like it. I think I'm just going to take a little bit to get used to. I'll have to get out a few times, especially getting used to this door mechanism and how that is. With your guy line tension into the front. Yeah, it's a very big tent for a one-man tent, especially having that big vestibule in the front. Obviously having your 2 doors. I much prefer opening this door so you can get straight in, put all your stuff down there where you won't be entering or exiting due to the door internally being on this side. A lot of things tell us about 3FUL with it. Seems to be very similar, which I like. There's a lot of mods online as well, but it's a great tent as it is. I've noticed on the top here as well, you have got a little tab, whether that's for hanging to dry or adding extra guy lines on, I don't know. But I'm sure it'll come in handy for something. But yeah, so far so good. Hopefully I'll get it out soon. It is coming to the winter, so it is a bit of a challenging time for tents like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm really enjoying the way my channel's going at the minute. I'm really enjoying the wild camps. I've still got a few to do in the van too. I will be doing more of this as well on the reviews. I personally like this tent. I will be using this tent. Here's a few of the little things I do want to be reviewing. A lot of things which are good at a good price, should I say a budget price, allows people to go up there, buy them and have a good time without spending a fortune. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.